Hi guys, so this is just a quick video and today I'm going to talk about the over glamorization of mental health. Now, I'm not disregarding anybody's mental health. I believe mental health is a real issue and a lot of people are affected by it. I personally have a family member, I'm guessing like the whole world knows, who is affected by mental health and is a younger sibling of mine. And when it did happen, it was quite traumatic for me, as well as I'm guessing the actual person who suffered from the mental health issue, which was the victim, the real victim. I'm not a victim, but yes, I did suffer from the traumatic event of being around that. And I just listen to stuff on the radio. I don't even watch TV. I just see a lot of stuff that's going on. And I just believe it's just so stupid. Like, I feel like mental health has been glamorized. Like, even the people that are genuinely suffering and have a big issue are not getting helped. Okay, it's easy to talk to the family members and be like, oh, poor you, having to watch your family member go through this must be hard. But what about the actual victim? Okay, now we're talking about this situation and what a mental health patient goes through and what somebody that's vulnerable goes through, but where is the help? And this is what I mean. Like, they will push serious topics, like they will avoid like stuff like cancer and endometriosis, which is like a condition that is close to getting cancer, and stuff like fibrosis and stuff like diabetes and stuff like ADHD, which a lot of people suffer from and they don't even know what they're suffering from it. They go about their day not knowing they have it and they get treated badly because they are affected by something they don't even know they're going through. And this is what I mean, like, because the whole world wants to concentrate on mental health, and they try to make it look like it's only a selective few people that have mental health, and having mental health makes you special, and having mental health means you get special treatment. I guarantee you 80, if not 90% of people in the world suffer from mental health. The only thing is people have found ways to cope with it, such as going to church and praying. Because I swear to God, if I didn't believe in God, I would probably be a very bad person. I'll probably be in jail, let's be real. Like, people have found ways to cope with their mental health, and this can come from like going to the gym, having a hobby. And when you don't have a hobby and you're not even close to Christ, it is so easy for you to be affected by mental health. It is so easy. I have seen with my two eyes where people have been delivered from something that you will call mad in the church. But when you're not close to Christ and you don't have that Christ in you, it's easy for you to be affected. I genuinely think that everybody has mental health. Now, let's look at drivers. When drivers on the road, just get that sun. When that sun comes out, you will see the real madness that comes out. Everybody's on edge. I genuinely feel like a lot of people, and I'm sure you've experienced this. You might think, oh, that person's rude, that person's this. But a lot of people who go through mental health, they are suffering with mental health, but they just found different ways to cope with it. Maybe they have a really good best friend, or maybe they go to the gym a lot, or maybe they have a hobby that is taking that frustration, they can take that frustration out on. Or maybe like they go to church, like I said, which is a very good way that helps with mental health. But I just feel like the glamorization of mental health in the UK is ridiculous. And I just feel like a lot of people are professionals, but do you genuinely have common sense? And do a lot of people have brains? Because how is it, people get away with murder because they have mental health? And I'm not excusing that mental health don't exist, because it does exist. But I'm just saying, like, for example, in the UK now, somebody will go and stab somebody, or somebody will go and rape somebody and be like, oh, but that person might have mental health. But that person might have mental health. So what if that person has mental health? That's not an excuse to kill, take another life that you do not give. Another example now, someone does something dirty to their own family member. Somebody probably punches up their family member. Somebody is the reason why their family member can never ever get a job in their life. Somebody has done so much dirt to their family member, or somebody, one of the parents has put their child in the freezer or stabbed up their child. Oh, but when that person was younger, they probably went through a lot, and that person probably has mental health. Shut up. Oh, because that person has mental health, that's why they punch their sibling. Because that person has mental health, that's why it's okay, reason for them to destroy the other person's life and for them to have a life, because they probably have mental health and they're probably crazy. So what? So what? Do you know how many people in Asia and Africa have mental health and they don't even know that they have mental health? In fact, to survive in Lagos alone, is not, they're not going to take you to survive in Lagos, you yourself, you have to be crazy. And I'm being real. It's not even a joke. To survive in Lagos, because I lived 6 months in Nigeria, to survive in Lagos, you yourself, you have to be a very, very mad person. A lot of people in Africa and Asia stabbing up people, doing the worst, getting beaten for a lot of crimes that is due to their mental health. They're not getting away with nothing there. A lot of them have mental health, but in the UK, everything is excused. Oh, because they have mental health. Oh, because this person has mental health. And it's like they're trying to make it look like a minority of people have mental health and how it's affected. Do you not know the cost of living? The way the UK is set up, it is set up to make everybody mad. The cost of living crisis, guys. How people are going to eat, how people are going to pay their health fees, how people are going to travel. Transport alone is very expensive. People want to travel, they don't have money to travel. People want to go on transport, they don't have money to go on transport. People want to go out and enjoy themselves on Saturday night, on a Sunday night. It costs money. Do you not think that all things cause mental health? Now hear me out, yeah? Everybody that went to uni are in debt. They say if you get like is it 50k to 100k paying job per annual whatever, you then are able to pay off your uni fee. Now let me tell you this. Nobody, unless your daddy is Mr. unless you come from that life, nobody can pay off their debt. Nobody can pay off their fee. And I did a master's degree. So that's double than and I have to still pay that back, mate. I have to still pay that back. So that's double the money that people are crying about. Do you not think that do you actually think people go to uni, waste their time, put themselves in debt just to be like, you know what, I don't want to work? It is not easy for someone to come out at uni and just land a 50k paying job like that. It is not easy. Do you know the fact alone, knowing that you are owing a huge amount of money can drive people insane? It's good that you don't have to pay it back straight away, but the fact that you leave university knowing that you are owing a huge amount of money that you can never pay back, that alone, do you not know how that alone can make people feel? It can actually make people mad. But thank God for things that can help distract a person coming out of uni from being mad. Just everybody that went to university, I can guarantee you, if they really think about and deeped how much they owe, do you not think everybody will be running mad? Nobody can land a 50k paying job like that. It don't work like that. And it's not that people are lazy. It just doesn't work like that. Unless you're connected then to the person that has the business that can offer you that type of money, then yeah. But it doesn't work like that. That alone, do you not know that alone how that can make somebody feel? Another thing is somebody in their family that's suffering from mental health. Oh, because that person is the carer, that person must feel sad watching that person every day. No, do you not think somebody else's family member, everybody's family member can be affected? There's no way on God's green earth I can be like a sibling. I don't care if I don't live with that person. No matter what I go through, failure, success, every day of my life, that is in the back of my mind. It's not going to make me sleep. So it doesn't mean that because somebody else is going through that, I should now come and kill myself, commit suicide, or not sleep. Yeah, I'm affected, but it doesn't mean I have to disturb and destroy everybody else around me because of something that is affecting or hurting me. If my family member is dealing with that, I can guarantee you it traumatizes me. Just because I don't talk about it all the time or express it doesn't mean that's not something I think about. Do you think I just think about myself alone? Even if I'm successful or something happens to me that, for example, I landed this big job, I still have the fact that I have a family member going through something in the back of my mind. It affects me like it affects everybody else. But the community and people are just so stupid. They want to glamorize it. They want to turn it into a little play. They want to do it. It's not entertainment. It is real life. And people are affected no matter what. They want to make it seem like, oh, this person's in a... What about... Do you know what pisses me off, yeah? What about women who have like 5-year-old or 6-year-old daughters who can't speak, can't talk, can't walk, and they're pushing wheelchairs? And that's a different issue. They're going to have a child that grows up that they can never communicate with, won't share won't be able to share joys with, like having grandkids and stuff like that. But no, they want to glamorize mental health. People are pushing wheelchairs with children who can't speak. Daughters who can't even talk. Even if you have mental health, you can talk, you can walk, you can dance, you can read, you can watch. There is still hope. But the problem is, people don't want to go to God. If you genuinely put God first, I can guarantee you, you will be able to fight off any mental health that is affected. The only thing is, yeah, everybody has mental health, yeah, but I feel like some people are mentally strong. Just because a person is mentally strong or intellectual does not mean they are not affected by mental health. In fact, the most intelligent people in the world are the ones affected by mental health the most. Why? Because their level of intellect challenges the worldly perceptions and expectations of the world. And that can actually cause a big imbalance in the brain. I'm getting so passionate now. I need to calm down. But my whole thing about over-glamorization of mental health, because I'm just seeing it everywhere. And it's kind of annoying me because it's like, I feel like people that genuinely have mental health, they don't get the real treatment that they need from the government. It's kind of like just do a degree, just study, and you get employed and work with the NHS, and then you start doing all these risk assessments for the clients. But you don't actually help the person that goes through the mental health. But you want to talk about it on the radio, on the blogs, on social media, but you don't actually put action into making a change. You want to make it more important than cancer, endometriosis, diabetes, ADHD, but you don't actually put any sort of action into making it change. It's just, oh, poor her, she might have it hard. Or poor her, she must be living hard. Or poor her, it must be hard for her to watch her. What about the actual person that is going through the mental health? They've never had any sympathy. Do they get a chance to speak on the radio? Do they get a chance to actually talk about their feelings, what they want, how they feel, what they're going through? Do they actually have a voice so people can actually hear or know or understand or how to make a change? Like some people, they like to talk about things, but they don't like the solution. They constantly live for problems. They don't like solution. When you genuinely put your heart in Christ and have faith, I can guarantee you, God is the number one healer who can heal you from all sorts of mental health. But the world wants to glamorize it. And I'm not doubting it or downplaying that it's not important, because I highly strongly believe the way the system has been made up, it has been, there's a lot of factors and conditions that causes mental health for people, like food, survival issues, pressures of the world, degrees, going to uni. And going to uni is the number one factor of causing mental health. So imagine somebody who has left uni and they have that at the back of their mind, and it's been 5 years and they still have to pay their debt. It's been 10 years, they know they have to pay. How can that person even enjoy life when the money even comes in? This world has really set people up for mental health and depression. But everybody knows how to cope and deal with things differently. But the over-glamorization of it is very annoying. It's almost childish, playground school. This sector of people have mental health. These people don't have mental health. These people are the ones that we're going to attack. These people have mental health. So these ones are the ones that we're going to treat special. And they're giving power to the wrong people. They are giving power to the wrong people. In fact, some of these carers are... As someone who used to work in the care sector, be it like mental health and I just used to just work in like maybe like as an admin for care and work in care and do all these stuff, like work in different sectors of like health and the community, helping the community. I have seen the worst characters in that sector. So people automatically assume because you're a nurse, because you're a carer, it must mean you're a good heart. Because you're a carer, it must mean you're a good heart. Because you're you're a support worker, it must mean you're a good heart. Most times these people are bullies. They can be bitchy, they can be nasty, they bully the other staff, they're nasty to the service users, the clients, the children, and it don't automatically make you a good personality. You walk in the hospital now, you're sitting in A&E, some of them will stick their noses up at you. It's been 10 hours, they don't care if you're bleeding or not, then you're not going to be seen. Sometimes you get a physiotherapy appointment, you're 10 minutes late, you have to wait 3 to 6 months for a next appointment. Okay, you've been waiting for an appointment for 6 weeks to 2 years. You miss one text message. Oh, we'll see. We're gonna have to call you. We're gonna have to sort this out in the next 3-4 months. It is ridiculous. But we are giving power to the wrong people. They use this. They get money. They milk the situation. You know, they get a lot of sympathy and support. But the ones that are suffering don't actually get the support. Okay, now let me just be real. There could be someone in Africa going through so much bad things. Like there's a child on the road who doesn't have a parent. Maybe they're 6 years old and they're selling fruits. And I go there as someone who's British to go and support that 6-year-old child. Oh, I just found this child on the street. I'm going to help this person. Now everybody's giving me the praise. And everybody's trying to make me feel like a hero and trying to make me feel... And the person that is actually the one that actually had to deal with the headache, ain't nobody talking to that person or giving that person sympathy or support or emotional. Imagine the kind of emotional trauma that person's going through. Imagine the type of mental trauma that person's going through. The person must feel alone. The person must feel emotionally neglected. The person must feel like tired. And all that energy is coming to Mr. Hero. Look at me. I'm going to get this money and that and this and that and that. And then still play victim after. We are giving power to the wrong people. We are giving power to the wrong people. The NHS really need to step up and sort this situation out, especially with patients with mental health. They are causing a big rift in the whole of the UK and London because they are just leaving patients anyhow, doing risk assessments, giving out medication. That doesn't help. Okay, I want this... somebody that's mental health, okay, you're going to do this and you're going to do this community work. You don't actually enforce it to be done. I've worked in care and I know, for example, like let's say it's bingo time or activity time. They're going... Basically, everybody has a day and they should be enforcing the fact that every person that has a mental health that is still under medication should have a day where they have to do something and it has to be enforced. But they're not enforcing anything. All they're saying is risk assessment and medication and they're leaving it to the families to deal with. And now the radios and the media and the newspaper are over-glamorizing the situation. And it's not fun for nobody. It's not fun for anybody involved. I don't care whether the person it lives far apart from the person or the person lives with that person. It is not fun, it is not fair, it is not amusing, and it is not happy. Just because somebody maybe goes and dances or smiles or takes a picture and smiles doesn't mean that they don't care about the person that is going through it. I just feel like some people don't have a brain, they lack a lot of common sense, and they rather see things from a selfish point of view, like they're forming an opinion based on a selfish point of view, and they're forming an opinion based on what other people say from a selfish place, but they're not forming an opinion based on facts. They're not forming an opinion based on seeing things from what they are, and they're not forming an opinion based on common sense. It's just all, and you know what? I feel like TikTok needs to be completely banned because there's a lot of negative and bad advice and a lot of people that just influence. I feel like it's just a whole leap of negative influences. That's why when you have real Jesus influencers, that is the one that changes the world. There's a heap of negative influencers that just throw a lot of unfactual information, and now professionals are being influenced by people who don't actually have real experience, have not lived that life, probably had a bit of gossip with their friend. Now you're forming an opinion. All professionals have gone, I know, let's use that for our segment today. You don't know, everybody has a different family dynamic, and you don't know everybody individually. It's so sad to see that something that is somebody's pain is being used as how do I explain it? Something that is like a trend, and it's actually not funny. It's not funny, because I've been in a situation where I've had to deal with that, and at the time when I dealt with it, I couldn't feel my heart. They'll probably say my heart rate was -1. I couldn't feel my heart. So, to close up what I was saying, so that there's no misunderstandings, I am not judging anybody that has mental health. In fact, I have so much empathy for people that really struggle with mental health, because I've had issues where I've struggled and people didn't believe me, and it's hard when people don't believe you, and you know in that moment. I just feel like we are giving power to the wrong people, and they are using it and milking that situation to get by life. They're using it to get away with murder. They're using it to get away with bitching, backstabbing, bullying, being two-faced, ruining lives, destroying real good characters who could be not just of help to their family, but to be of help to the whole of humanity. People are getting away with that because they're using mental health and being this, a carer, and being that and that to destroy. Now, life and power is in the hands of people who don't genuinely care for humanity, who pretend they do, but eventually you will see it's about them, who don't genuinely have a good heart, but look like they have a good heart because of what they do. No, actually, if you genuinely had a good heart, you wouldn't be trying to destroy other people, and you wouldn't be trying to make other family members feel bad. But a lot of people pretend they have a good heart and they don't. They're not clean at all. And they're just using that situation, mental health, to just destroy lives. Like, just the word mental health has caused a whole heap of destruction in people's world, people's lives. And they feel like it's justified, because if that person is like this, then you shouldn't be allowed to do this. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. And I just feel like it's unfair, it's fake, and people are just really wicked. And I just hope the NHS is able to recognise that they need to step up and change. I hope people in the mental health sector are able to recognise they need to step up and change, because how are people getting away with this? Seriously. Why is power being put into the wrong people's hands? NHS, answer for yourself and help people that are struggling with mental health, because nothing's been done for them. Nothing's been done. Lives are being ruined, and excuses are being made for people with mental health. They're getting special treatment. They don't have to put any work in. They don't have to do anything. They're getting extreme special treatment for destroying and killing, murdering, raping, hurting other people. I'm sorry, but why is it okay for somebody to destroy another human being because I went through this and I went through that? No, it's not fair. It's not right. It's not right. A lot of people have severe depression, severe issues that everybody wants to make it look like, oh, my life is worse than yours. Her life is worse than yours. No, it is not fair and it's not right. Why is this happening in this world? It's getting worse and worse, and it's getting disgusting. It's getting out of control. And I just feel like the NHS is to blame because they're not doing what they need to do. I feel like it's just easy to be like, okay, do this study, do this degree, and you can get a job because we need people in NHS. They're not actually helping people because nobody's coming out with success stories. Okay, it's easy to talk about it and make other people look bad, but what are you doing to help? Are you even raising money for people with mental health so that there can be communities and things built? No. So I studied creative writing, and that was a degree, but I actually didn't finish the degree, but I still have to pay the same amount of money back. So imagine I have to pay that fee back and this fee back, which is like, I have to. So I have to pay like, obviously like my university degree, and then I have to pay like my MA degree, and I have to pay my creative writing. So that's a lot of money that I have to pay back. And like, people just don't understand the levels. You don't know people's story, and you don't know what could genuinely cause people frustration or make them mental health. But instead of helping, you're trying to block people's bread and cause them more financial struggles and stuff. And it's just like, you know, God sees my heart, God sees everyone's heart, and we just got to let karma play out. But still, even when karma plays out, people want to play victim. The only thing that's real is God. So let God bring his justice down. That's all I got to say. Imagine, like, in this day and age, being spoiled is living by yourself. Like, how's a grown-ass adult who's not 17, 20, or they're like 8 years to be 40 living alone? How is that being spoiled? That's how you know the world is messed up. Not only that, like, you get a bit of success or popular, start to get popular on social media. Oh, but what about that other person? That other person has mental health. That alone shows the glamorization of social media. I mean, the glamorization of mental health. If mental health true is a situation, social media should be the last thing on people's brains. You shouldn't be thinking, oh, that person's doing that, but because that other person has social media, she shouldn't be on social media. It's just so silly and it's just so dumb. It's annoying me because there's sickle cell is a big issue. Like, not knowing the day that you're going to be in pain, because I've been around people who've had sickle cell, so I know how traumatizing it is. And there's people on sickle cell with sickle on that have it, that use TikTok or post videos of them in the hospital, and it's just like people just want to glamorize mental health to make it seem like it's death, and it's not death. It can be cured, but people are glamorizing it because they're negative.